everyone, my name is Maria Svyatenko. In this video, I will be packing my backpack together with you. I've already packed it once, organized everything, and realized that this is exactly the set I'll be taking on my next trip. And here in this video, I'll be sharing 2 years of experience from around the world hitchhiking and free-spirited travels. So stay tuned if you're interested. By the way, for bags like these that you put in your backpack, please make sure to bring some that can hold their shape and volume on their own. Because, first of all, we usually keep our documents in there, and for me, it's exactly that. My documents are in there, and it also serves as an extra back panel, giving the backpack additional support. Plus, in this particular way, you can truly and effectively stack them up like sturdy bricks and not have to worry at all about the entire process becoming completely unmanageable or even messy. So right here, I currently have several... You hear that, right? Yeah. Here I have several pairs of my personal underwear, carefully folded, very flat and neatly. I'm now putting them back in their designated place. And the child's things. Basically, that's how you pack them. The child's essential belongings are carefully selected shared items, plenty of extra diapers placed conveniently on top, and a reliable thermos are all packed and ready. Now the child has already taken their bottle somewhere, and the bottle too. All of this is packed together like bricks. It all fits together quite precisely, much like perfectly cut bricks, creating a very neat and organized appearance. In addition to that, we also conveniently place our trash bags in this designated area, and there is also a regular-sized bag specifically for holding various smaller, miscellaneous items that need to be kept tidy and easily accessible. This is for Mom herself. We close it up and that's it. Everything is packed. We close it. This is really packed. Now, allow me to meticulously show you precisely how I go about packing my backpack. Honestly, this particular task is consistently such a significant and often frustrating pain for me, primarily because I always find myself in a dilemma. You truly never quite know or can predict exactly what items or necessities you'll genuinely need or encounter, and that uncertainty can be quite daunting. However, I am always profoundly grateful and deeply appreciative that my life's journey and experiences have ultimately led me to embrace and adopt the philosophy of minimalism. This shift has been transformative as I've consciously started taking significantly fewer things with me, focusing exclusively on just the absolute essentials that are truly indispensable. I don't need 10 dresses, 30 pairs of shoes, and to be some kind of fierce lady. I need everything like a man would. Just one pair of underwear, one pair of socks, but I'm joking. There's a grain of truth in every joke. So, when we are preparing for our adventures, we always make sure to take our trusted backpack, and the very first and most essential thing I meticulously pack inside is all of my important tech gear, ensuring I am well equipped for our journey. I carefully pack all of my essential tech gear in there first, primarily because I will then meticulously arrange everything else around it. Next, with careful consideration for maximizing space and ensuring everything fits snugly, I meticulously place my absolute biggest and most substantial, indeed, my bulkiest item into the bag. This particular item is none other than my very own warm and comfortable jacket, and not just mine, but also my beloved daughter's equally important and cozy jacket, both of which are essential for our journey. I've stuffed in the biggest things, and now I put all the little stuff around the sides. Let's begin by focusing on the smaller items, because it is common to find empty spaces at the very bottom of the packing area here. It is essential that you meticulously fill all of those available spaces, so the strategy is to carefully select the small items and then precisely place them to fill in those gaps. I will personally undertake the task of filling this particular area with great care, ensuring that everything is packed snugly and securely, positioned as closely as possible to my back for optimal weight distribution and comfort during transport. Right now, I am carefully putting these things right up against my back, and that is precisely how it works out because my computer is positioned in the very middle. I've successfully packed the initial part of my belongings, ensuring everything is securely in place. Now, my next important task is to carefully and thoroughly fill this remaining side of the bag with additional items as well. This is absolutely essential to create a protective barrier, preventing the computer from pressing uncomfortably against my back during transit. It's imperative that I completely surround it, providing a comprehensive cushion and support all the way around its entire perimeter. That's precisely why I consistently utilize this particular life hack. I intentionally leave certain items just folded quite loosely. I don't even really bother to fold them properly or meticulously. I just kind of gently bunch them up so that they are much more, like flowing water, allowing them to effortlessly flow and conform around other things, thereby giving them a much more flexible and adaptable shape. This way, I don't have to meticulously pack them in too tightly, and consequently, there won't be any awkward or inconvenient empty spaces left whatsoever. Inside here, we have my daughter's athletic sneakers. So right here, right in this very spot, I've got this rather small empty space, and now I am going to carefully put absolutely everything into it. You see, I'm not even bothering to fold anything at all, just simply stuffing it in there with a bit of effort. Here, please hold this for me. You can certainly use the sticky part, hold it firmly by the sticky part, and then stick it wherever you truly want it to go. This indeed is the proper and effective testing process when you are working with a child. So I personally use this very effective thing. Yes, I carefully fill in all these empty spaces that have naturally formed between the various bags. Well, the actual reason I carefully pack various items into bags like this is primarily because quite often, usually if these are borders between countries, yes, sometimes they ask you to lay out and unpack your suitcases, and so that it doesn't end up being one thing here, another thing there, a third thing somewhere else, and so on. Everything should be packed specifically in these kinds of bags, so that later you can just stuff all these bags into one big bag, and that's it, no problems at all. Here you go, you can, yes, so that you can do everything quickly, because, well, speed is important. No one is going to wait for you there. They check, take a look, that's it, the next person goes. And if you're still fumbling with your things, that's probably how you end up losing stuff sometimes. Well, that particular situation has never actually happened to me personally, but I do recall a specific instance involving a wonderful couple who were staying with me through the couchsurfing platform. Although I don't remember the precise details of which specific border they were attempting to cross, I do know it was somewhere in the vast and intriguing region of Central Asia, perhaps even bordering or within China itself. They were quite unexpectedly asked by the border officials to meticulously take absolutely everything out of their bags and luggage, primarily because they were found to be carrying several small camera batteries, which for some reason raised a significant concern at that particular checkpoint. So, they're journalists themselves, right? I don't film much, but they had this absolutely huge, really substantial tripod, and let me just remind you, a professional camera, basically all this essential and rather extensive photographic equipment. And then, in addition to all that, just a separate bag, yes, a completely separate and distinct bag full of numerous camera batteries, many spare batteries, various rechargeable ones, or whatever exactly they're called. I honestly don't even know the precise terminology because he just simply called it that particular bag, and the vigilant border guards got really quite suspicious when they meticulously scanned it. They were immediately stopped, then taken to a separate private room, and made to thoroughly go through all their personal stuff right there on the spot. The diligent guards checked absolutely everything with great care and tried to precisely determine whether those really were just ordinary batteries or perhaps something entirely different and potentially more concerning. By the way, at international borders, they might also frequently ask you to open your laptops and then turn them on for inspection. I don't exactly know the specific reason why, but I guess they're diligently checking for something specific. I don't really know all the intricate details, but please do keep that important fact in mind. Sometimes you'll definitely need to take out your computer. Yes, and I just kind of zone out there. And then they turn it on and something quite significant shows up on the computer screen and so on. Sometimes they even ask for that information too. By the way, whether it was in Israel or perhaps in Turkey, I've already gone through this entire process. It's a really, truly pretty tedious and drawn-out process. We keep packing our belongings, and then my dear daughter woke up, and she decided that she absolutely wanted to help her mom pack. My wonderful daughter. I put a little tag there where it's marked, among the greens, and that's how I fill all the gaps, yes. But I know that right now, no one will ask me for anything, or make me open or unpack anything, so that's why I do it this way. But, well, that's because I'm flying within the country, and there's nothing crazy going on at the borders. Another technique which I use just like that, without any packaging, because honestly, I'm too lazy to pack all this stuff, since it's not really valuable things. And it's really just like that. I've had so many wonderful people stay here through couchsurfing, and there are so many different and fascinating methods people use. I've personally seen and learned how various individuals meticulously pack their suitcases. Oh, it's truly something else entirely. Basically, as many unique people as there are in the world, that's precisely how many diverse ways there are to efficiently pack your personal belongings. So this is exactly how it's done. You just have to press down a bit more firmly. We are actively reducing the overall volume now, because the things are quite bulky and take up a lot of space. My energetic daughter has already spread everything out all over the entire room, and this is precisely how it all consistently happens, every single time. Hold on, and the bulkiest and most substantial things are my daughter's, also kind of, well, her adorable mini plushies. So you can load them in like this too, and then we tighten it all up with a strap. Once everything is securely fastened into place, after that, I meticulously tighten it even more. Well, I don't know. I always make sure to tighten it thoroughly. I always carefully pull these specific things, the part where it's securely fastened. What's it precisely called? Like where a hat firmly fastens. I always pull these particular things, again, with great care to make it significantly less bulky and more streamlined. With my particular way of speaking, you see. So that is precisely how I meticulously pack a towel every single time. I'll put the towel in the hat. And by the way, after I arrive at my destination, let's say absolutely all my things, I always, unless it's a trip of some kind, absolutely all my personal belongings, I always completely wash them thoroughly. Yes, because you see, I just stuff things into a backpack now, so you definitely need to wash yourself, if possible. If not, if you're hitchhiking somewhere far away and so on, use these special bags that I showed you earlier. They will make your life and your entire trip much, much easier. Yes, when I was traveling back and forth for 2 whole years, I consistently use these non-leaking waterproof bags. They are sold specifically in tourist stores. Yes, well, so that nothing, absolutely nothing could get into them, and this is very useful, incredibly convenient when you take this very large main bag and you have an essential element. These are these 2 smaller bags. I personally had, yes, I don't remember the exact sizes, but 4, maybe a little more, and I had this strict rule: if my things don't fit, well, here are my things, yes, that I wear regularly. If they don't fit, catch me. If they don't fit into these 2 designated bags, then I throw some of it out, yes. And I have this philosophy of minimalism, that you need to, well, not buy a lot of unnecessary junk, yes, for yourself, but namely, replace things. One thing, you don't use one thing anymore and you use another. Yes, you acquire. That is, so that there is this constant manageable volume, so that there is no bulging of this thing, yes, and so that everything fits perfectly into this beauty. Well, and another such, well, a small but incredibly important point, it is very important that, well, if you are going on a trip, it is very important that your things are more cheerful, as small as possible, yes, because if it is, again, hitchhiking, if it is such a long and arduous trip, you will carry all this on yourself, on your back, so always, always think about how you can effectively reduce the volume and weight, yes, I said it right. And actually, after the trip, well, and during the trip, as I was there, I started to develop this principle in life. My things should be small in volume, should be light in weight, and should not wrinkle easily. Yes, that is, I can crumple it like this. Well, it's not clear how. Yes, so that I can then get it all out and get each other. So I did it, that's it, I went to work, and I went well. And another very important point is that things dry quickly, but if you start dressing in such photoshops, well then, accordingly, almost anything fits all these criteria. But in everyday life, I also try to adhere to these rules now, but because it's really convenient, yes, not to drag around a whole bunch of incomprehensible stuff, yes, but to approach it from this very rational point of view, yes, to the issue of consumption in principle, yes, we are already coming out to another level, yes, again, we touch on minimalism, not only so that everything fits here, but also so that our apartments are not cluttered with all sorts of unnecessary things and so on. I hope I told you absolutely everything. If you liked it, be sure to put your thumbs up. If you didn't like it, put your thumbs down. They are also necessary. This is also an indicator for me that I'm doing something wrong. Something is happening to me. I don't see it's smeared now. I don't see whether I'm smeared or not. In general, write in the comments what maybe was new to you. What else would you like to hear from me? What else would you like to hear from me? Maybe you would be interested in me showing you something directly, by the way, about things, how to fold them. I can show this. If you write about it in the comments, and there will be a lot of such comments, then I will definitely show it to you and film how exactly I fold things, but not like that. It's not clear how to fill the holes. But the right way is, there are several techniques, ways to twist, fold, crumple things, so that it all has a smaller volume, so that it all fits into this beauty. In the bells, my beauty is loved, so love to everyone, goodness to everyone, success to everyone. See you soon. Hugs.